Can everybody hear me fine? Can everybody hear me? Test. Let's see. Because I will have to stream it like this because my streaming software just died on me. Okay, let me get Blaze. We have to do that like this. No fancy stuff in this stream because everything's ruined. Everything's ruined. I don't know what happened. Everything was working fine, and now everything just gone. Oh, oh. Okay. So how everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody doing fine. Also, can you hear me fine, Blaze?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, can everybody hear Blaze? I hope you can. Okay, let me.
Hello, people. I hope the live stream didn't break. I have it open in the background, but I don't want to like turn it up because then it'll like echo.
Okay. Um. Okay, so I have like a big issue with my streaming software. It was freezing up. I don't know why. So I have to like get OBS ready. I don't use OBS because I don't like it. So I have to use OBS ready, and that's why I'm using to stream here. There's no fancy anything in this stream because all my stuff is in the other streaming software. So this one is just bare bones right now. Just the background and the computer, and that's all I have. I hope that
Aw,
I hope that's fine, Blaze.
you,
Okay. So Blaze, it's been a long time since you've been here.
dude. It's been forever. Like I said earlier, it was like last year, like the beginning of last year, like before V3 came out, I think.
Oh yeah. I think it was around maybe January or maybe summer. I don't remember because the whole hurricane thing happened.
Yeah,
I just went offline for months.
I feel like didn't I do a stream with you, Ninja Kuma, and Weeby?
I
Like we
think
did like a prediction stream.
I think that was the last stream we ever did. I think
Yeah,
yeah, it was with them. It was the prediction stream, which we were never able to do a follow up on that because of the whole hurricane thing. But I
yeah.
think I think that was the last time we ever streamed. So Blaze, how you been? Like, what you been up to this whole time? Like, how your channel doing? What games have you been playing? Because there's a bunch of stuff we have to talk about here. We have to talk about Kodaka living. We,
Yup.
I want to talk to you about B3 because we never did that post B3 stream that we were going to
Yep.
do.
Yep. We
Um,
have to.
we had to maybe some of the fan games that have been releasing so far too. I don't know. Where do we start? Don't Where do we start here, Blaze?
So I guess to start it off, like my channel's been pretty good. Like super busy, so I'm like streaming all the time, and like I'm an editor for a YouTuber now. So
Oh,
that's been interesting. Like I just started that yesterday, so I've been editing for a YouTuber. I don't know if anybody knows who Akasan is. He's a reaction channel. Really
uh,
cool dude. But I'm gonna be doing his like Attack on Titan reactions and stuff, like editing those. But
yeah.
so far, like all I've been able to do Danganronpa wise is literally cover the video series, the fan video series that have been coming out.
Yeah.
So I've been following Kill slash Cure, and I've been following Rebirth like very heavily. And they always like send me messages. They're like, anytime they release anything new for any of those two fan video series, people are like, Blaze, you gotta go react to this one, you gotta react to that one. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get to it. But it's
Um.
been fun.
Okay. The only one that I had covered is the Kirkir one. Um. Because I did find that one interesting. I will be covering the other ones eventually, but yeah, it's a very strange time where all these fan projects are just like blowing out.
It's because like Danganronpa is dry right now. Like we have no content, and like the future of it is so bleak. Like nobody knows if we're gonna get like a spin-off game or what, because like the Kodaka thing happened recently, so we're all just kind of like looking like, Are we gonna get anything, Spike Chunsoft? Like at least like a fighting game or something to just like get rid of the dryness that's been going around on Danganronpa because it's such a good series. And I feel like once I got into the series, it started like really blowing up. Like I came in like a pretty good time because that's when the anime came out, and I feel like the popularity of the series just increased. And I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of big YouTubers are like doing let's plays now. Like I seen like Retro doing a let's play of Danganronpa now. Like so many people that I never would have thought playing that would play Danganronpa are playing it, and I'm just like, whoa. So I'm blown away. Like the series has gotten so popular, and now we're not getting anything. So I'm like, oh shoot.
Oh, I did notice that. I did notice that a bunch of people started playing the series. Like people I never imagined they were going to do that. So it's good to see that the series is getting more attention.
Yeah.
Kind of strange since it pretty much going to go very dry right now. There's nothing more.
Right? There's nothing. There's literally nothing. We need something by Spike Chunsoft right now.
Hopefully we will be getting something, but let's talk about Kodaka leaving Spike and making his own company alongside the other guys, like the one from Zero Escape and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the whole thing? Do you think they will do good or?
You know, there was an interesting tweet the other day that I saw, and somebody had said in the tweet that Kodaka left Danganronpa to make Danganronpa, and they were like basically talking about Def March Club, and I was like, yeah, I see where you're going with that, but then again, like you got to think like he's leaving, right? He's leaving Danganronpa for now,
Yeah.
and he's got to get those fans to come back because if he just went with a whole new, completely different series, like people would be like, I don't think I'm feeling this, you know? So he's got to get you back in with something similar. So I feel like he's going to get us in with this. And then from here on out, it's going to be different. You know, he's going to give us good, different games and such. But I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried because that Def March Club game, it looks cool. Like I love the art style, especially. But the concept of kids killing each other, like I get it, Danganronpa's teens or whatever, but now it's gotten even smaller. Like these are like kids. It's just like, Kodaka, what are you doing?
I don't know what to think about that game. I do like how it looks, but I don't know about the side scrolling stuff. I am not a big side scrolling fan because the game is like a side scroller for what I read in information. So I have to see how that plays out.
So
Uh,
it's gonna be a side-scrolling visual novel game.
Something like that, yeah. Because they're puzzles and stuff. You play as the boy character, and it's a side story game to the side or something, and there are puzzles and you have to solve those things. I don't know, maybe something like um, I will not say. I don't know. I don't know to what compare it because I'm not expecting like Mega Man or something like that, like a side story puzzle game or something. I don't know.
Kind of reminds me of like a indie game. Then, like it's gonna be like on that scale.
Yeah. I'm actually more excited for the other projects, to be honest. The one that had the ninjas in it.
Oh, that one looks cool, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty biased on that one.
I expect him. I hopefully will be like a hack and slash game or something. Like,
That's
yeah,
I wanted them to do that with Danganronpa, like have like a spin-off game that was like a hack and slash with like Maki or something like that. I don't know, starring Maki or Peko or something like that. Like where I could go around and just like cut things up. Like it would be super cool. And if they could get Platinum Games to work on it, that'd be a huge plus. It'd be like Bayonetta craziness.
yeah. Maybe they can do like a Visual Novel hack and slash or something. I don't know.
That would be amazing. That combo sounds great.
Yeah. Um, Hopefully with some good controls and because they already tried doing other stuff like that with Ultra Despair Girls, which I like the game, but the controls were a little weird.
Yeah, and I mean they kind of fixed them with the remaster. Like it feels a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit better. But I see what you mean. And it did get redundant. Like it was like, oh, you go through this area, then puzzle, then you go through another area, then puzzle, then you go through this area. And it was like the same puzzles. And I'm just like, "Mm." But I love the game. I love the story behind the game, but the game itself was pretty monotonous.
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite games. Everybody that follows my channel knows that I really, really like that game. Um,
Same.
okay. The other projects, the other one is like an anime. I don't know what to think about that one. Um, I have to see it, see how it plays out, but I don't see much hope in that.
Is that the Limit Cross Despair one?
No, the one with the no, that's the one with the character that they're like standing. One of the guys has a robot arm. One of them had like a
Oh,
mondo hair or something. You know, the
yeah.
delinquents. The delinquents.
Yeah, that one I think it's supposed to be inspired by like Pulp Fiction,
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah, that one. I don't know what to think about that. Um, I guess because we seen animes and stuff like that with Kodaka and stuff, but since this is not based on a game, I guess they have an advantage here. But I don't know. I have to see it to see what that's about.
It looks very Danganronpa, like the art style
Oh
looks
yeah,
very Danganronpa.
oh yeah. The art is definitely danganronpa, which is fine. But I don't know. We have to wait and see how the feel of it is. Okay. The other one was there was another one, right?
Yeah, there was a cyberpunk one. It's
Oh
supposed to be like a
yeah.
dark fantasy mystery game.
Okay, the
That
one.
one,
Yeah, the one that is not danganronpa, but something tells me gonna turn out to be danganronpa. Yeah.
I like how all of these are just Danganronpa. Like everyone's just like, yeah, this one's pretty much Danganronpa. Oh, this one too.
But here's the thing. As somebody in Twitter said, they're expecting one of these games to turn out to be danganronpa, but they are not telling you that yet or something. Because you remember they had done stuff like this before. They had lie and shit in the past, but who knows? Maybe like a game set in the same universe but not related to it or something like that.
I would love that. That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
So I'm actually expecting them to pull something like that, but who knows? But yeah,
I could I could see that troll. I could see that. We've been trolled so many times in the past.
I
I could see
mean,
that happening.
we were trolled by 3 already. They
Yeah.
troll. That was like the biggest troll ever. So then doing that one more time, I don't know. It could happen. Um, let's see what happened with that. But you remember? I don't know if you remember this. A while back, Spike Chunsoft was looking for people to work on a danganronpa game.
Yes!
Like,
That's what's so weird. I don't get it.
and that the article are still up there, with the information. They were looking for people to work on a danganronpa project, something that they're making. So that's why I'm having a hard time believing that there's not going to be another game for a while, because they're already working on one. You know, they were looking for like 3D modelers and stuff like that for something. But who knows where that's going?
Yeah, I don't get it because like we had that happen, right? And then didn't Kodaka had like an interview where he was saying like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind like somebody else working on Danganronpa to see their perspective, like what could they bring new to the table." You remember he said something like that, something similar, and then all of a sudden like we didn't get any news after that, and then next thing you know, oh yeah, I'm leaving Danganronpa.
Yeah,
I'm going.
that what I find weird, because the news came out around the time he was leaving.
Yeah,
So, so that one expecting them to pull something with one of these games, turning out to be either set in the same universe or just flat out a Danganronpa game, or maybe Spike is working on one that is not related to that Kodaka. Kodaka has nothing to do with it, and they're still working on that, right?
I hope so. Dude, I just want a spin-off game. It doesn't even have to be a full game. It doesn't have to be a main series game. Give me a spin-off. I don't care. I just want it.
Yeah. So I'm expecting a non-Kodaka danganronpa game. They're definitely working on that because they're not going to let Spike's biggest franchise die just like that. Like, can you imagine what, let's say, 4 years of nothing will do to the series?
It would destroy it.
Yeah.
The hype is and this is the best time. The hype is tremendous for the game right now. So many people are getting into the fan base, and it's just like blowing up. And this is the perfect time to release another game. Don't let it die here. Kodaka, Spike, all of you guys. Don't let it die.
Yeah.
The hype is so real.
After all, Spike owns the IP. They own the IP.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want with it. So they're gonna get somebody else to make something. They're definitely gonna get somebody else to make something. I'm still expecting, and this is a prediction that I've been making since this news about a new game came out, is they're gonna be Ultra Despair Girls though. I'm still saying that they're gonna go with that. People,
if they do, I'll cry. I'll cry.
I'm still predicting that. So let's see what happens. But I'm expecting Beatley again, set in the Beatley universe, Ultra Despair Girls style. It doesn't have to be the same as Ultra Despair Girls. I mean, I wouldn't mind even an RPG or something. Can you imagine an RPG or something like that?
An RPG for Danganronpa? Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a long ass game, but yeah.
It would be because especially the characters can fight already, like you have Maki with the knives, Himiko magic, whatever Saihara does. So I don't know. It could be either an RPG or just a shooter again, but whatever it is, I'm expecting Ultra Despair Girls too. I don't know if they're ever gonna do Danganronpa before whatever, because I'm still thinking that they may reboot everything again. If they're gonna get if they're gonna get somebody new, non-Kodaka, I think they have to reboot the series.
No, don't say that. The R word. Reboot. I can't take that after DMC. Other games that I've loved so much get rebooted. It's so sad to hear a reboot. I mean, I feel like with the V3's ending, they don't need to necessarily reboot it. They could kind of just continue on.
Yeah.
But just like make something in a in the same universe, I guess you can say.
Yeah. They could make something there, but people are. Somebody in the chat is asking, is Beatley not already a reboot? No, Beatley is not a reboot. It's not rebooting anything. Beatley is still within, let's say, soft continuity or whatever. So, yeah. So no, Beatley not really a reboot because the other stuff is still happening. But yeah, I mean, I want them to keep making stuff in the Beatley universe. I like the Beatley universe.
I do too.
Because there's nothing else to do in the other one. The other one is pretty much done. It's already done. Like, what? They're gonna bring Junko for the 5th time? Like,
honestly,
yeah.
I feel like Kodaka had this all planned. Like in that one interview when he said he wanted somebody else to work on it, he wanted to see someone else's vision. I think when he worked on V3, he had it in his mind like, I'm gonna end it this way because I want to make it as open-ended as possible so somebody else can just jump in and they don't have to reboot it. They don't have to, continue what I've left off at. They can just like,
Yeah, I think
start off fresh but not completely fresh.
Yeah, I think that's the reason of the ending, because the ending just people don't. There are a bunch of people that don't like the ending because of that reason, because it's so open. Because pretty much did it happen or did not happen? You will never know until they do something else, Because then you have Tsumugi stuff being like a lie, but then it's not a lie. Then I just don't know. So they can go either way with that. I mean, who knows? It may turn out that the other stuff, the stuff that's supposed to be fiction, is actually true, and those characters are real and they're somewhere in that place or something. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, we
I,
have to. Yeah.
I really just want a game that has all the characters in it. I don't care if it's a fighting game, a shooting game. I don't care. I just want a game with every single Danganronpa character that they've made so far in it, all together.
You know that game that they're working on could be the fighting game. It could be the fighting game.
Oh, I hope so. Somebody said Danganronpa Q, and I was like, "Yo, I'm down. I'm
Oh
down.
yeah.
I would love that."
Oh yeah, definitely. Same here. Like I said, I want an RPG too. I want an RPG. But the whole fighting game thing is something that Kodaka wanted to make. Like he did say that he wanted to make that. So maybe before leaving, he left a half-started project that now Spike is gonna finish. Hmm? Who knows?
I hope so.
Let's see here. What else? I guess that covers pretty much the whole thing with. Oh yeah. Before we move to some other stuff, do you like B3 Blaze? Because I never got to actually ask that question. The post B3 stuff. Do you like B3? Do you like the ending? What do you think?
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have to say my opinion of the game. It kind of stayed the same. I like the game. Like, it would probably be my second favorite Danganronpa game in the series. All to Despair Girls being my first, and I didn't have a problem with the ending. Like, especially with all the rumors and stuff that Kodaka was going to let somebody else. I had heard that like a while ago. So I was kind of like, oh, I see why it ended like this. You know what I mean? I was like, this is the perfect way to start, because basically, like you said earlier, the older games, like that universe is done. Like, we're done with the 1 through 2 plus Ultra Despair Girls. We're done with that.
Yeah.
We're moving on to something new now with V3. So this was the perfect way to end it. And I felt like V3 was a pretty solid game. Like, it was my Persona 5, I guess you can say. Like, Persona 5 is a really good game, right? Like, it's so much different than 4 and 3. Like,
Yeah.
you play 3 and 4 and you're just like, what the heck are these? And then you play 5 and you're like, whoa, this is so much different. Same thing with V3. Like, V3 was like so much more, it followed tropes, of course, but like the art style, the HUD, the UI, everything was like completely like stylized. I love that.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So I felt the same actually. I felt the same. I never understood why people did not really like the ending because I love the ending. I guess some people were just salty that only 3 people made it out. I guess, which I understand, but to be honest, what's the point of many people leaving the game? Like look at the first game. Like, who the people that actually get character stuff? Naegi and Kiiri are the ones that get most of the stuff. The other characters are, besides Toko, don't really get anything. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thinking that only 3 characters and just focus on those characters beyond that. And I think they could make a bunch of good stuff. That's why I like the ending. But I don't know. But I personally like the ending. I even sent a message to Spike Chunsoft Facebook back when the game released in Japan. I finished it, telling them about the ending and stuff like that. Asking them how they felt about the reaction some people were getting, and they were telling me this is going to be like end of Evangelion or something. Told me where people are gonna hate it first, then they're gonna like it eventually.
Like it. Yep.
So
Yep.
and I think that have been happening. I think that have been happening because I see more people that like him now that they did when it happened. So that's
Yeah, because they can do so much with it. Like you said, like they can come out with a bunch of spin-off games if they want to. They can do another main series games. Like, it was the perfect way to just be done with it.
yeah.
To end it.
So good for you. Good to hear your take on that ending and stuff like that. Actually, all the months that I spent without power, I was actually watching your stream. on my phone.
Mhm.
It were like super dark nights and stuff like that because just imagine a whole country without power or something like that. I was actually watching your reaction to the ending. It was great.
Yeah,
Um,
oh my god, I freaked out, especially the whole Samugi scene. I was just like, this is crazy. I knew we were gonna get some fan service. I was like, I want to see some references of the first two games, and there it was. And I was just like, oh my god, she's cosplaying every character. I knew this was gonna happen. I was so happy.
and Tsumugi turned out to be like one of my favorite characters of the game. To be honest, I like her, especially after I got to how you say, understand her better and stuff like that. And she actually turned out to be one of my
Yeah.
favorite characters and stuff like that. Which is which to be honest, I kind of like her more than Junko when it comes to doing this whole shtick about the killing game and stuff like that. I kind of like her more. I don't know why. Then again, I like Monaka better than Junko, but
Oh
so
yeah, I love Monaco way more than Junko.
yeah, I think they're like more fun casters when it comes to that whole thing. Junko got a little old, like stale or something. Um, so yeah. Let's see here. What else? Oh yeah. So I mean, we talk about the Danganronpa B3. We talk about the Kodaka stuff. Let's move to. Let's see. How about the? Let's talk about some Persona there, Blaze. Um,
Oh
you,
no,
yeah. You've been keeping up with the whole all the Persona news, right?
yeah,
The
I stay in tune.
um, Persona Q2 is releasing I think it's December, right, or November was it? I kind of forgot.
I think it's November.
Okay, November. I don't know. You've been getting into Persona a lot, right? Or
Yeah. I've been a huge fan of Persona for a long time. Like before I got into Danganronpa, I was a Persona fan. That's actually how I got into Danganronpa is like people saw me playing Persona and they were like, "Oh, we know a series that not necessarily is similar, but we think you would like it based off of you liking Persona." I was like, "What is that?" And they were like, "Danganronpa." And I was like, "What the freak? Dangan what?" Danganronpa? Like I would always call it Danganronpa because I just didn't know how to say it. But yeah, Persona is why I got into it.
okay, pretty much the thing happened to me, to be honest. I started with Persona 4 when I got a PlayStation Vita back in the day, and I
Mhm.
saw this Danganronpa game thing, and I started playing it, and I ended up liking it. Um, I saw that you made a video about Persona 3 female main character, was it? Or something like that, or why they hate her, or what was
Oh
it?
yeah. Yeah, talking about why people hate Persona 3 Portable because after Persona Q, um, no, actually, when Persona Dancing was coming out, Persona 3 and Persona 5 Dancing, people were like, "Where's the female MC?" And like, there was just rabid female MC fans just like out of nowhere attacking Atlas, like literally
Then people,
death threats,
then people
talking
wonder,
about like
then people wonder why some people don't like the her fans.
right? So it was crazy, and it got to the point where like a lot of the Persona fans that weren't like super huge female MC fans ended up not liking Persona 3 Portable anymore because of that, because of those rabid fans that were attacking Atlas consistently on Twitter and such. So I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that like there was such a big fan base for the female MC.
There seems to be, even
Yeah, I'm
though
just like, calm down.
I mean, even though she only shows up in that game, so I don't know where the yeah yeah.
I, I don't know. I didn't get it. I was just like, this is kind of stupid. But when I saw her show up in the Persona Q2 trailer, I was just like, this is crazy. Like, they actually brought her back. Like, all these people that were sitting here complaining about the female MC, Atlas had it in their back pocket. Like, hey, y'all, we're going to put her in Persona Q2. Don't worry. But you know what? Let's just tease you guys a little bit and not put her in dancing. And then now we're going to like drop the bomb and put her in Q2. And everyone like freaked out. Like, I remember my feed was just like, female MC, female MC, female MC. I'm just like, yeah, this is cool. It's cool to see her back.
My reaction was, oh god, now they're never gonna shut up about it. Now they're oh god. But I want to play the game. I want to see how the hell they excuse her being there, to be honest. I need to see what excuse they use for it. I get the multiverse excuse or whatever. Because for
does anybody even know when does this even take place? Like what game?
Okay, so hear me here. I'm not 100% sure, but if we're following the same rules as the first game, this is gonna take place somewhere around the, let's say, Persona 5 School Festival, which they had Goro in the team already, and stuff like that. So around that time, before Sai's Palace, or whatever, the palace, one of the palace. Oh no, Goro. Around the time Goro joins the team or whatever. Maybe a school festival or something. I don't know. So because they had to excuse having the whole party of the game in present there, Because here's the thing. People act like these games are not really canon, but the Persona Q games are actually canon, and they tell you where they take place. Like the first one takes place around the school festivals for Persona 4 and 3, and they're doing the same thing for this one. It's a point in time where everybody is in their team, because it's like a pocket dimension or some shit. They forget everything anyway when they leave, but that around the same time it takes place. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they excuse some things, because having some certain characters in the team at that time, interacting all friendly, willy or whatever, it should be interesting to see how they excuse all that stuff.
Honestly, I was surprised even Persona 3 was in it, because I was thinking that this game would just be 5 and 4.
Same.
And it'd be after Persona Q. But apparently, like, they pulled something off where Persona 3's characters are in it, so I'm a little surprised about that, honestly.
Same here. I was expecting it to be a 4 and 5 thing, but I guess they wanna bring back the Persona 3 people. They won't remake the games, but they're gonna keep shoving them into other stuff.
Dude, Persona 3 needs a massive remake. Like, I get it, Persona 3 Portable is a little bit bad.
Portable.
I don't even know if I should say that, but
Portable is horrible. I'm gonna say it. Portable is horrible. I don't like it. The only stuff why you would play it because the female main character, but I don't really want to play as her, because even though she gets like her own social links, which are nice, but I just don't care, because the definite version of the game is still FEX. Persona FES is still the definite version, the definite canon story, the definite ending, the ending that Arena 4 and other games are always talking about. They never mention the stuff that happens in Portable, because it's like a what if scenario, I guess, and stuff like that.
Dang.
Yeah, I said it.
That kind of upsets me now, because I'm just like, now we really need a remake of FES. Like,
yeah, you need a remake because they have the answer, and the answer is great. I don't know why some people don't like the answer. I like the answer, because the answer is the one that set up the whole door thing. You don't even know about the door thing if you play the game in Portable. You don't even know that yet.
Nope.
So
they don't tell you.
Yeah, did she even turn into a door? I don't know, because they never show it. So maybe that's why she can be around traveling to other dimensions. She's not a door. She's not a door. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that game. Definitely looking forward to it. Shame it's not for Switch. I don't know why they keep making this game for 3DS.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? Honestly, like, because all the Etrian Odyssey games are all on 3DS right now, and they're actually making a new one coming out that's on 3DS still. Oh. But the 3DS is like a powerhouse still. Like, it sold so many units, you know what I mean? So it would be kind of stupid for them not to put it on 3DS. If we get a port, that'd be amazing. The only thing is like with the Ecchi and Odyssey games, and then with Persona Q, since it kind of like follows the same layout as those Ecchi and Odyssey games, is how would they incorporate the map? Because the map is all what those games are about. Like you drawing the map, you know, putting your little landmarks and stuff. Like, oh, this is a door, this is a secret passageway and stuff. Like that's what makes Ecchi and Odyssey unique, you know. So the Switch doesn't have like a dual screens to really do that. So I don't know how they would incorporate it. I guess they could find a way, but
They will have to do something with that. Maybe a quick map that you can overlay over your stream or something. I don't know, because the Switch has a touchscreen too, you know. So
yeah, it does.
Maybe they have the map like a mini. They make the map a mini map or something. I don't know. But they have to find a way because the 3DS is not gonna be there forever. You know.
It's not.
To be honest, I want them to start moving away from it because the Switch needs games. The Switch needs more games. I'm not saying they're not getting the games, but like, even still, the Switch is not getting that much third-party support still, you know? Like,
No, it's not.
so they really, really need that. And then there are the rumors that PlayStation 5 is on the way, the next Xbox, and the Switch is gonna get even less support because everybody gonna go focus on those powerhouse consoles, while the Switch is still. Let's be honest, the Switch is not as powerful as the PS4 or anything like that. The PS4 is still more powerful than a Switch. So why would a game company start making watered down versions of their game for the Switch? You know, it's a miracle that the Switch can run that game, the one with the Nazix from Bethesda, Colossus. I forgot the name.
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus?
No, the other one, the new Colossus, the shooter game. Wolfenstein. Yeah, Wolfenstein.
Oh, Wolfenstein.
And Doom. It's a miracle that they can run those games, to be honest. I don't know.
Those they look really bad on Switch, honestly.
They do.
Don't run very well.
They do look really bad. So, if the rumor is true, which there is a rumor going around that next year we're getting a new Switch model, supposedly as strong as a PS4, and then maybe Nintendo may have some life left in it with the Switch getting more third-party support. And the Switch is not doing bad. Don't get me wrong. The Switch is not doing bad. It's selling
amazing.
Yeah, it's selling a lot, but there's so much they can do first-party wise. You know.
You know what I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna make a few people upset, but like the Switch is a beta. Like literally, like the Switch was just an idea that Nintendo had, and I think they wanted to work more on it, but they didn't have time because the Wii U was completely dead. And they were just like, we're running out of time. We need to release a console. You know, we're struggling here. The Wii U's not doing much. The 3DS is all we got. We need a console to compete. So we just need to release the Switch. And that's why the Switch's online functionality is just terrible right now.
I'm not paying for it.
You know, they're working on it. Yeah, they're working on it, though. They're working on it. But Switch is just a beta, dude. Like, honestly, like, I feel like we're gonna get another Switch soon. It's gonna be like Switch Pro, Switch X, Switch something, switch it up. Like we're gonna get a new Switch, kind of like the PS4 Pro or the Xbox One X.
Oh yeah, pretty much those are what the rumors are saying, and I believe it. I think it's going to be the definite version of the Switch, what the Switch was supposed to be.
Yeah. Before
they rush it out because they wanted to release something, but I don't know. It really needs those games. For example, you know, right now I'm going to buy like Dragon Quest 11.
That's a good game.
Yeah, and for some reason the Switch version is not out yet. What is that version at? Like, if I could buy, there are a bunch of games that I would buy on Switch instead of that other console. For example, I may buy Valkyria Chronicles 4 on Switch because,
but it's not on there.
It is actually 4.
It is?
Yeah, it released in September.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I was gonna buy the game.
Yeah,
on PS4.
You can buy it on Switch because they're pretty much the same version. They look exactly the same because those games are not known for graphics. I will personally buy the Switch version because, well, I can take the Switch everywhere with me, you know. Then I wanna play some Valkyria Chronicles and stuff like that. I have Valkyria Chronicles for the PS4, the first one. And
Yeah.
the first one is also coming to the Switch.
Oh,
So
that's cool. So people will be able to play the 2 games.
the missing ones are the PSP ones, which are 2 and 3, I think. Which people don't seem to like much.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't those like the ones that people like hate right now?
Yeah, because they're a little weird. To be honest, I saw a picture of it, and I am like, what the hell is this shit?
Yeah,
Because-
I'm not getting those ones.
Because when I see back electronic, I'm expecting like guns and stuff like that, warfare. But they had like big ass swords, and what is this, like Final Fantasy or something? I just don't like it.
To kind of go back on that topic that we had earlier with
Yeah.
Def March Club,
Yeah.
do you think that they'll put Def March Club on the Switch?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Nope.
That's like the perfect Switch game. If Kodaka, they said they're only gonna put it on PC.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The fact that they're not even thinking about PlayStation 4 should tell you.
That's the perfect Switch game, I feel. Like, that's a game that I would play on my Switch, like handheld. Like a good, nice little side-scrolling visual novel game. Puzzle game. I would love to play that on Switch. I could take that outside, you know what I mean? It's like a quick game to play.
It may happen.
On the go.
We may get a surprise and could release on Switch. Don't get me wrong, but at this time, I just don't see it. Because I don't know. To be honest, I'm having a little weird feeling about this game and what the company wants to do, because they want to see like focus on PC or some shit. And they're just like, we just want to focus on the Western market now. PC is the best one for indie games or some shit. But
That is so not true.
yeah, so I don't know what they're thinking with that. But I'm expecting the game to be on other consoles eventually. But for now, I just don't see it on Switch.
Honestly, I feel like the best console for indie games is going to be Switch and PS4. If you don't have your indie game on Switch and PS4, it's not going to do well. Like, I've seen a lot of PC indie games, and like, look, they're all going to console. They're all going to Switch and PS4. Like, Undertale just went to PS4 recently. Cuphead is on Xbox. Like, they're all going to consoles because they know they can make money over there, you know? And on PC, dude, Def March Club is going to get freaking... like, people are just gonna torrent it. Let's be honest. Like,
Same.
it's gonna get torrented, dude. Like,
yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I'm gonna torrent it. I'm sorry. If you don't want me to do that, release it on Switch, too. Because I mean, I'm not. It depends. If the game's like cheap and something, I may get it. But like, if it is like $30 or something, then yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not like I pirate everything. It's not like I pirate every game that releases on PC, because I actually buy a lot of my games on PC, especially the Fallouts and the Battlefields and those tactical games that I like. I actually pay for it, but for example, I pirate B3 on PC because I already have that on PlayStation 4, so I'm not gonna buy the game for the third time. And yes, the third time, because I actually purchased the game for the PS Vita in Japanese. Actually, no, it is the fourth time, because I actually got the PlayStation 4 version of PS4 and the Vita version of it, then the English version. So yeah, it would be like the fourth time. So
yep.
I'm not gonna pay for it again. Don't get me wrong. It's always good to support them and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. As somebody in the chat is saying, FBI, open up.
Yeah, open up. I bought Danganronpa a lot of times, though. I'm not gonna lie. I bought the Vita versions. I bought the PS4 versions of the game, and I bought the PC versions. So I bought that game a lot.
So Ultra Despair goes is the same for me. I got the Japanese, I got the English one for Vita, then the PlayStation 4 versions. The only version I don't have is the computer one, because I don't really see the point anymore. But like multiple times. And somebody in the chat is saying, fourth time, that's how dedicated I am to this. Like, because I wanted to cover the game for you guys, I actually purchased the game in Japanese. Oh yeah. Blaze, Sankey Zero. Have you seen that one?
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I watched your stream. Like, I watched it because I was curious. I was like, I want to see what this game's about. So I watched your first stream of it, because I just wanted to get like a sneak peek of it.
Yeah.
And the game looks promising. Like it looks really good. Of course, I didn't understand what the fuck was going on, but like it looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually like the game, to be honest, because it's like, let's say, let's compare it to, it's like a visual novel, you know? But you got like, you actually have stuff to do, like, you have to survive, you get food, and kill the monsters, you know, build tools and stuff like that. So it really gets you, like, busy and stuff like that. So far for what I play, I like it. I like it so far.
You like it?
Yeah, I actually like it. The only reason, you know, keep playing it was because Spike strike my channel. But
wait, they striked you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, though I wasn't able to stream for a couple of months because of it.
That's why because I was like, I wonder why he's not streaming it anymore. I didn't know they striked you for it. Dude, that's bullshit.
Dude, I had to like send a message to them. Eventually, they actually took the strike back. So I appreciated that. But it was like a long time after it.
Damn.
So because they don't want you streaming past chapter, they don't want you streaming chapter 3. Because
why is that when like shit goes down or something?
Yeah, because chapter 1 is like a tutorial chapter, pretty much. And then chapter 2 stuff happens. Then chapter 3 more stuff happens. Yeah, it's the one that cheats goes down. Yeah, you're right. Cheats. Another remember, stuff happened. That one that's very important. I guess they don't want you showing that. Like what happened with B3 and chapter 1 with the whole Kaede dying stuff. They didn't want you showing that. The only reason I was able to stream the Japanese game was because I actually named the stream something else. But
how do you feel about that? Like I kind of see what companies mean about that, but then at the same end, I kind of think that we should be allowed to stream and such. I mean, like, here's my thing, right? Don't post spoiler thumbnails. Like, I think that's bullshit. I hate people that post spoiler thumbnails because it pisses me off. Like, Cinnamon Toast Ken was doing that. Not trying to throw, like, a bunch of names out, but, like, he was one of, like, the culprits that I seen doing it. And it made me so upset because I'm like, dude, there's people that are trying to get into the series. And, you know, if they see your thumbnail in their freaking sub box, they're going to be pissed because, you know, they just got spoiled of a game they wanted to get into. So, like, I feel like you shouldn't be able to do that. But besides that, like, if you're pretty good with your thumbnails and stuff, you should be able to stream the game anytime, past chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I feel people, if they're going to come to your stream, they're going to come to watch it. Like, if they don't want to watch it, they're just not going to click on your video. That's just how it goes, you know?
Here's the thing.
I don't think you should be striked or anything.
Here's the thing. Like, people that are gonna watch those streams, they're not really gonna buy the game anyway. Too, you know, like there's some people that they just watch Let's Play. You have no idea how many DanganRonpa people that I seen. They actually never touch the game. So, you know, somebody that's gonna play the game, they're probably gonna watch a little and be like, you know what, I want this game. I'm not gonna watch anymore. I'm gonna wait for it, or maybe gonna watch but still gonna play it. But many of those people that like you shouldn't be like, oh, I don't want people seeing the game on YouTube because then they're not gonna buy it. Somebody that's not gonna buy the game, they're never gonna buy it. So like I never understood why they're like that, because especially because when you're doing this, you're like commenting and stuff like that. Like it's not the same experience as to buying the game anyway. So
yeah, it's not.
But yeah,
and there's a lot of people that either they just can't afford it or they don't have that console that the game's on, and you know, there's just so many different factors that come into play. And people will. This is my thing, especially with Japanese developers, that kind of pisses me off. Is like, we love these series. Like, people love Danganronpa. Like, if you talk to Danganronpa fans, they are invested in the series. They love the series to death. But guess what? We want to buy more stuff for that series, but they don't make it accessible for us to buy it. Where's the Danganronpa merch? I had to go to I had to get my Danganronpa merch from Fanime. Like, I was at an anime convention, I had to get it, and it's not even official. Like, if we had merch for Danganronpa, so many people would be buying shirts, you know, t-shirts, figurines, figures. the whole nine, but they don't make it accessible for us. So they complain that like, oh, you know, people aren't buying our games. You know, people over there in the US, they just, you know, they just watch Let's Plays and they don't buy anything and they don't want to support the company. But it's like, we do.
Yeah.
We want to support you guys, but you got to give us merch. You got to give us things for us to buy. Like, you can't just be so selfish like that. Like, all the DanganRonpa merch is always in Japan. Like, I bet you I can go to Japan right now and buy a ton of DanganRonpa merch if I wanted to.
There's a bunch of stuff over there. And things happen with me. All the merch that I have, it me having to go to some weirdo Japanese site to be able to even get that stuff, you know?
Right?
Which is
like,
shame. Yeah.
Exactly. So if people, they're upset that people aren't buying their games, right? But if they at least gave us merch, I know for sure DanganRonpa fans would go out and buy merch. I know for sure. Pins, buttons, figures, figurines. People would buy. They would eat it up. That's what people like. They like collectible stuff.
Yeah. I know how you feel, man. Same here. Let's see. Getting back to Sankey Zero stuff. When was that game released in the West? I think it's like next year or something. You should definitely play that, you know, Blaze, because I think while we get a DanganRonpa, it will be the closest thing to that DanganRonpa kind of feeling that we're gonna get. So I'm gonna play it too if I'm still around and stuff like that. So yeah, Sankey Zero is great. What was the other stuff? We're talking about.
Did we even get a release date? Like an official one?
I think we did 2819 or something.
2019. Oh, it says spring 2019. So we don't even have like a solid date. Yikes.
So sometime around that. Oh yeah, Blaze, are you getting the dancing Persona game?
Yeah, you know what? I had to do it. I'm sorry. I bought the Japanese version of it. So I already played them. I already played both of them. And I got Persona 4 on PS4. So like I played the shit out of those games. I'm not going to lie, dude. I don't know if I'm going to buy them again though. I might because I'm like that, but
I didn't play the Japanese version, so I may buy it because I want to use the. I don't know if there's some kind of PlayStation VR feature with one of them. I think.
Yeah.
So I want to play that out because supposedly you can like see the rooms and stuff from some of the characters. At least for Persona 5, Persona 3, no. But I want to play that out.
Little lap dances or something.
I wish, but but no, something, you know, just standing in the room or some shit. I don't know. I want to play that out to see how it plays out.
It's not. The games are cool. Just a little rant about that is like, before those games even came out, they had like a long list of DLC, like a super long list. And like, if you were to buy all of the DLC for the dancing games right now, it would be more than the cost of the games. Like literally, it's over $200 to get all the DLC. That's ridiculous, dude.
Oh my god, that's just horrible. What the hell is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like Atlas kind of makes me upset with their DLC because like the dancing games like have barely any songs. Like Persona 4 dancing had a ton of songs and content, but 3 and 5 have like barely 20 songs each.
Oh wow.
On disc. Yeah. Oh. And they're not all good songs either. So it kind of like it made me upset. So a good like 15 of them I probably liked out of both games together, but it's all good.
Then I may just buy one of the games then, to be honest. I may buy one of them because I know I'm supposed to buy like the two of them together, so I get the PlayStation 4 version of Persona 4. But I already had that for Vita, so I don't really need it.
Right.
So I may do something with that. I don't know. Let's see what else. You watching any animes now or just games?
Just games for now. I haven't really kept up with any anime recently.
Okay. It's a shame that we never got a V3 anime.
Oh, we were supposed to get a V3 anime?
I mean, Danganronpa 1 Go anime. They can't really use the excuse that they use for the second game. So, I mean, if they want to keep this
True.
series moving forward, an anime would be the perfect time. I mean, Persona 5 got one. Even though the anime is pretty bad, but
I don't know, man. Like, to be honest, Danganronpa is like the definitive experience is to buy the game. Like, those
yeah,
animes are just.
yeah,
I
but
didn't even think Kodaka didn't like it either.
to be honest, I like the Danganronpa 1 anime. I know people don't like it, but I like it especially because to me, you're supposed to play the games before watching it anyway. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
so that was the only way you can excuse it. It's nice seeing your favorite characters animated. I want to see Kaede animated. I want to see Saihara. I want to see Tenko. I want to see all those people animated.
You know what would be cool though? Danganronpa Zero, like OVA, like maybe like a single like episode or something like that. Maybe like a movie,
Yeah.
kind of like what they did with the Persona 3 movie. I would like to see like a quick like hour, 2 hour long movie of Danganronpa Zero. Since we didn't get that over here. I mean, I'm just saying, Spike Chunsoft.
We could have gotten that, but they decided to give us another Nagito OVA. Because they did show the Zero characters in the OVA for like 1 second.
That's true. But they could give us a movie. That'd be nice.
They can,
I would love a Danganronpa Zero movie.
They can, but they seem to hate. They seem to hate doing anything with Zero. I don't know what's up with them, because every time something related to Zero was gonna happen, they just skip it over, or just show like 1 second of it. I don't know.
Ah.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly. Like even Blair in the chat said like they could condense it down to like 60 minutes max. Like be perfect.
Yeah, but yeah, they could, but I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Danganronpa when they don't seem to. They never seem to like take full advantage of the series when it comes to making stuff about it. Like, look at Persona, all the stuff Persona gets. Why is Danganronpa not getting all that shit? Why is
Dude, they gotta have the Atlas mindset. We need more DLC. Give us fighting games, dancing games, like, cooking games.
What is the Danganronpa dancing game? What is that?
Right? I want to see tarot. Hey, I want a tarot cooking game. Like,
yeah. Like, give us all the cooking game. Another thing, why are they not porting these games to Switch? I mean, I would like B3 on Switch.
I would too. Like, I would like all the Danganronpa games on Switch.
Maybe you can add a little bonus, like a little Mario Paint or whatever to the game. I don't know if you want, but like, give us that. Come on, Spike. Spike seems a little limited. I think they open up a little when they started porting the games to PC, but they need to go further, It's not like...
What happened? What happened to the VR game?
Nothing. It's a tech demo and they never did anything with it. They just didn't care anymore.
Man, they wasted money on that shit. That money could have went towards something else.
Like, I wouldn't mind Danganronpa 1 in VR. I wouldn't mind that. It's the only reason I got the VR set. Besides the other stuff. But, yeah. Like, I just don't know. They're so limited. They're so narrow-minded when it comes to doing stuff with this series. I mean, they like doing all the novels and stuff like that, but I don't know. I need more substance, more content. You have a lot of characters. There's a lot of stuff you can do with that.
Dude, there is way too many things that they could do with this series. Like, the possibilities are like endless with it. You know what's funny? I thought they were gonna put him in Blaze Blue Cross Tag. I thought they were gonna be in it. It was a shot in the dark, but I was like, it would be so cool to see them crossing fate with Persona and Blaze Blue and Ruby. Oh, that would have been my life right there. Persona, Ruby, and Danganronpa all in one game. Hello? And Blaze Blue? I would have died.
I think here, but God, these people, they just don't They just don't get it. They just don't get it, and they want to. They want. They want to keep. I guess they just like doing stuff like this. Hopefully now that Spike is more in control stuff because they seem to be doing the Western stuff themselves now. I don't know if they're gonna use Nisa anymore. Maybe they're gonna get that mindset about expanding more. But I don't know after the Kodaka left and other people from it left. I don't know what's gonna happen with Spike, but I don't know. They should sell their IP to Disney, says somebody in the chat.
All right, Disney will milk the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then it'll be like social justice shit in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't really see it. Okay, let's see here. So I mean,
They're like first female protagonist, more like first female cast. It's just a cast of all girls.
well, maybe they can do like dangan.ronpa all girls school or some shit.
Oh my god, that would be cool. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
because they're schools like that anyway. So, or the old girl boarding school or some shit. That would be interesting to see.
Oh, I would die. Oh, and if it had like a lot of fan service, I would love it.
Funny how nobody has made something like that because those are actual schools. So that's my idea. Use it, guys. Let's see here. We talk about Kodaka. We talk about B3. We talk about some Switch. We talk about some PlayStation 4. Is there anything else we left out?
Oh, since we were talking about Spike, did I watch the direct with you, like the little Spike Chunsoft direct that they had? I didn't watch that with you, right?
No, I don't think so.
What were your thoughts on that Shibuya Scramble game? Because that game came out recently, and I kind of wanted to see what you thought about it.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a cool idea, but like, it looked weird at the same time. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Something about it. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. Maybe the real life stuff, or or something like that. I just don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know. It's cool that they want to do that stuff, but I personally just don't care.
Like a K-drama visual novel game.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat. All boys boarding school. Sure, it can work though.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Whoa, are you buying that game? The World Ends With You?
I have never played the DS one, so I may.
Yes!
I may get it.
Get it!
Buy
it with me. I actually need to buy that right now.
You have to buy it. You wanna stream that one?
I kind of do, but I heard some bad things about the controls. And the controls for the DS version were kind of like it's a hard game to play. I'm not gonna lie. Like the gameplay is very complicated, but the story is supposed to be like amazing. Like everyone that tries to get me into the game, they're like the story, the character development, and apparently the story's good. So, but the gameplay is fucking hard as shit.
Well, I may give it a chance. I have to see because right now I'm focusing more on maybe Dragon Quest, maybe the follow game and stuff like that. But yeah, Dragon Quest and stuff like that. I'm actually doing like a Persona 3 stream. I already started that one, and so I want to see if I can actually. Yeah, I want to see if I can finish that one because I'm playing the PlayStation 3 version, the first one. So I'm streaming that to see where it goes.
Oh, the original, like the vanilla Persona 3?
No, the definite version, first.
Oh, okay, Persona 3 FS, yeah.
I have Portable on my Vita, but I'm not really feeling like playing that one. Some people wanted that one, but yeah.
That's where it all started for me. I got the Persona 3 FES on PlayStation 3, and that's how I got into the series.
Yeah, I actually had like a computer version of that game because it's like a ROM or something. They actually gave it like they make it like look better than it's supposed to look. They undub it so you have the Japanese voices and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so only can play on PC though because it's like a edited version of the ROM or something. But I wanted to stream that version because you can actually like upscale it to like 1080p or some shit like that. But the computer is too weak to handle that and streaming the game. Okay, let's see here. So we talk about, I guess, anything else, right? Or
Um,
I guess we talk about everything we were gonna talk about. Um, let's see here. Um, Danganronpa will be Nintendo characters.
can we have like a Danganronpa game that's like male, all male cast versus a female cast, and it's like a clashing of two schools? It's like boys versus girls.
We'll be actually expecting BT to turn out to be that, but it did not happen. But no, we don't really have that.
One day, I can only dream.
One day we're gonna get that. So I guess we're about to be ending this now, Blaze. We'll be streaming for 1 hour. Even though the stream started a little rusty because of my whole issue with the computer, but it turned out to be pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It been a while since I talked to you. It was nice talking to you again and stuff. Hopefully we can do this again when I have everything fixed. I don't know what happened. I have to now after this stream I have to go to my settings and see what happened because I think it was like a update the software got, and unlike OBS I actually had to pay for XSplit. So
Oof.
I had to get it work or something. The reason that I don't use OBS is because I don't know. I just can't get around all the stuff. Like I don't know because I use OBS only to stream other stuff, not the danganronpa stuff, and it's already set up for
Oh.
those things. So if I go using it for this, then I have to like remove everything. And I don't know.
Set it all back up again. That would suck.
So yeah, it was an emergency stream, but
But dude, it was amazing you having me here. Like
yeah.
literally, like you said, it's been forever since I've talked to you. So I'm glad that you're okay and everything is all right. Because I know that hurricane stuff was shitty last year,
Oh yeah.
and now it doesn't seem like it seems like you guys are good right now.
Yeah.
I know like the hurricanes and stuff are going through right now and all that. So just stay safe out there. I'll definitely be praying for you, my boy.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. And thank you to everybody that came to the stream today. Hopefully we can do this another time again when everything is more fine. I have more control over the stuff because right now I'm just showing some background image and some other stuff because I don't have control over it. Thank you to everybody that showed up and see you guys another time. Bye.
Bye.